That would be nice.
Anyways, let me get my brain back, and let's just bring on our first guest. We're gonna have Beth and Lanny Williams from Drop Dead Design Studios.
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
What's going on? It's good to see you guys again.
It's good to see you too.
We had a lot of fun at Fear Expo.
We did. That bus ride was something else. What was it?
Well, that's the folks from Andover kind of hooked us up big time with all the adult beverages.
Yes, they did. They did a great job at that.
I don't understand where it all came from. Because we all had like our little like areas to live in for the bus tour and stuff. Yeah. And I swear to God, they were just like distilling and brewing alcohol in the back of the bus. They had to have been.
Because they kept shelling it out.
Yeah, it just kept coming out. Whatever. We're not here to talk about that.
Yeah,
we're here to talk about you guys and all the awesome stuff that you do.
Thank you. We're glad to be here. Lanny and I both are glad to be here and have an opportunity to be on the show.
So with Drop Dead Design Studios, you guys got lights and sounds and signs and props and masks and when you guys showed up to Fear Expo, you guys showed up. I mean, there wasn't much you didn't have.
Right.
So let's talk about this year's line and what you got.
Okay, so like you just mentioned, we try to offer a little bit of everything for everybody. So anybody that walks in the booth can find something that maybe they're looking for, or we can customize most things that we have. And we have we have the mask, and we have gauges and lighting. We have weapons of all. Well, let's not say weapons. Let's say tools and props. Yeah. And we have lots of, things like that we customize. That's probably our biggest seller is the props that we have. We got all the staffs, and, when 2024 rolls around, we're going to have several new things to talk about then. So we'll be bringing some new stuff to Fear Expo next year. So we're excited about that. We're in the planning stages for that. So, and we have the Boo Blasters and things like that have done really well.
What? The signs.
Yeah, the signs.
New signs.
Yeah, we're going to have some new signs coming along. So it's a constant work in progress. We've been doing this thing since 2016, hitting it pretty hard since 2017. And, unfortunately, Lanny's retired now, so this is all he does. And I'm trying to get there to retirement so I can do this as much as possible. But we have a good time doing it. We really do.
Well, take us back to the beginning where it all started. You guys just woke up one day and you guys were like, you know what? Let's start making tools and masks and everything else. I mean, how does that start?
How did it start? Where we actually worked for a haunt for a number of years, and we were going to various Halloween shows.
Yeah.
And so, there's a lot of inspiration in these shows that we go to. And, we got really excited about it, and we got talking, and it's like, this is really a good thing. We're getting older. We might want to start thinking about going down this route. And, you can't haunt forever. But we had a good time when we were at the haunt. But we were looking for something more to do and really get involved and support fellow haunters and the home haunts and just overall haunt enthusiasts, And I was like, well, let's just put our talents to work and see what we come up with. And that's just pretty much how it all started. And we started to go to classes and do some things with some great people and learn things. And we just haven't looked back. It's been a good ride.
And plus, we started doing small shows, and just we really got into it in 18 or 19.
Yeah, I would say 18 is when we really started hitting the shows pretty heavy. We started with local shows, and then we went on to Oddities and Curiosities shows, which is a great venue. If you haven't been to one, you should go and check it out. And then we just moved up from there.
So what was the first item? What was the first one that you guys decided that you were gonna do?
We took a class in Charlotte, North Carolina, at a what was the name of it? Creative.
It's I can't remember now. Anyway,
but he had a class, and we started mask class.
Yeah, making masks.
So we started it, and it was a 2-day show or
class,
and that's where I started. We were just looking at pictures a while ago on the computer, and but out here on the back porch, we had like 6 or 7 moles.
Yeah.
And we started in one of our small bedrooms.
Yeah.
And but now we got 2 shops out back, and actually fixing to add on to one of them.
Yeah. So we're growing. We're growing a lot, and that's
growth is always good.
Do what?
Growth is always good, but it comes with challenges, you know. So,
it does.
So how do you guys kind of combat those challenges?
Well, it's just the 2 of us. So one thing, you know, we try not to overextend ourselves. For one thing. You know, we know pretty much what our limits are, and we try to look for things that are needed in the haunt industry and not, you know, overdo it. And, you know, we kind of built, you know, scaffolded as we continue to do shows and everything. So, you know, just knowing the limits, you know, and respecting each other as far as artists go. You know, Lanny, he's very technical. He's very good at the molding process. You know, and then we kind of tag team, and then he hands it over to me and says, "Here, paint it," or, you know, make it look however you want it to look. You know, and we kind of trust each other as far as what we do in order to meet deadlines. And so, I mean, it works. You know, it's a husband and wife team. So,
is there anything that you guys enjoy making more than others?
I really like doing the props. I love when he hands that over to me, and it's like I got a blank canvas and I can make it however I want to. So
yeah, the props are about the best thing. You know,
we had fun making the boo blasters.
Yeah, the boo blasters is one that's pretty decent.
Yeah.
But a lot of the props, you know, there's a lot of time invested in them. You know, that's one of the things I like.
Now, is what's coming up for you guys in 2024 still a secret, or can we get a bit of insight?
Not quite yet. We're working on some stuff, so we're getting there. We're getting there. So I gotta have some excitement there, you know.
Now, when it comes to just the sheer amount of things that you guys offer, it's quite a bit. How do you kind of like determine what's hot, what's not? You know, what's gonna? How do you predict what's gonna be in the market in the coming future?
We just talk to people, and you know, seeing how the industry's kind of ramped up over the years. Kind of watch the trends. Talk to other vendors. You know,
and you have people come up to you and say, "Hey, you know, can you do this?" Or,
you know, this is my concept. It was my character. Do you have something like this? Or can you make something like this? Or, you know.
And we try to make it.
Yeah.
Is there anything you wish you didn't make?
Anything that we didn't make? I don't think so.
No, I mean,
one of the most fun things I've been making here lately is the voodoo dolls. People seem to really like the voodoo dolls. So, and to me, it's kind of like, you know, you can make every one of them's different. Every one of them's different. So, you know, people like them, and it doesn't matter which show I'm going to, whether it's an oddity show or a HorrorCon show or Halloween Expo or whatever. People seem to really like them.
Did you see the? I call it the operating room light with the heartbeat machine and the
Bad Mouth.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yes, I did.
That's been a good seller.
That's been a good seller, and I enjoy making that because I mean, you know, I mean, when it's made out of, I mean, it's pretty easy. So I really like making that.
And that's another thing. You can make it as gory out as you want. You can make it, you know, just like a stainless steel finish, or you can rust it up, or
Yeah.
creep it out a little bit. So a lot of people have been excited about that prop.
Is your line customizable? So if somebody wants to say order something, but they want to order it in a certain way, painted in a certain way or done up in a certain way, it's completely customizable?
If it's not really what I want to say, really
What?
time consuming, then if they want it and it's not that much time consuming, yeah, we do it. We'll paint it any way they want, what color they want,
Whatever finish they want.
if they want it bloody, it will be blooded. If they don't, we don't.
Same thing goes with the mask. So we've had people contact us wanting a whole new sculpt and things like that. Honestly, we're at that point. We just don't have a lot of time to do that for someone. So if I know anybody who does that kind of thing, I make sure that I refer them to them. I'm all about passing resources on to other vendors that I know that can support hunters out there.
Tayen's looking like she's got a question.
I do. JD asked, what is the goofiest thing you've made?
The goofiest or what?
Goofiest.
Goofiest?
Yeah. Like weirdest, I'm guessing.
I'm going to have to think about that one and come back to it. I know there's something out there.
So I can't.
I don't know. Nothing's coming to mind right now. It's just...
Is it all just goofy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's all fun. And we can make it as goofy as somebody wants it to be. And, what is exciting to me is, sometimes people will buy our props, especially our staffs. I don't know if I put the picture in there or not, but there was a picture that I believe when we were at Trans World, somebody came by and bought it, and then they repainted the whole staff and with really bright colors, and they had it in a parade, and it looked absolutely amazing. And to me, that was a thrill to see somebody taking something that we sold and really making it into something that goes with their character. So we're all about that too.
Now, I know you're talking about how inspiration kind of strikes all over the place for you guys. You go to shows, you talk to people, you see things, kind of come up with stuff. Is there anything that you guys have that's from start to finish just falling out of your brain? This is what I want to do, this is what I want to make, and this is how I want to make it.
Well, I talked about the voodoo dolls because they're so different, and they're literally a lot of fun to make. What else? The staffs I like making because they're each one is so original. Because it really depends on the shape of the wood. We actually get the staffs from a gentleman who's Cherokee Indian, and he carves those for us.
Yeah, him not calm.
Well, he
cleans it off.
He cleans it off.
It's the ones just at the vine that goes wrong.
Yeah, it's
He
like a
takes the
walking
band
stick,
off.
yeah. Right.
Yeah, so he
cleans it up.
cleans them up and he.
And it's like I say, it's like having a blank canvas. You can just make it into whatever you want to make it. So, that's probably fun. And then we've taken some classes, and probably my favorite mask that I've made is the Spider Woman mask.
The one on the.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, and actually, there's a story behind the logo. We used to have the skeleton that said Drop Dead Design Studios. David, he came over with, and he's like, David Quinn, he came over and he says, he thought about new logo. And I looked at him and I said, just be as creative as you want to be, no holds barred, do it however you want to. So he came over to the booth at Fear Expo and took a picture of that mask. And that's how he developed a logo for us. That's our newest logo that we're really going to start pushing that out. And, that's kind of exciting to really see somebody take what we've created and incorporate into our brand. So.
Yeah, because you guys are running your own merch line as well.
Yes.
So what's on your merch line?
The t-shirts, we have patches. What else we got? We got stickers. we may have some hats or something like that down the road. So that's kind of what we're looking for, going in that route. So
Now,
there's a mask right there. Hmm. We actually attended the Monster Camp with Alan Hops. And that was the first mask that I ever made, being in a class like that. It was an intense class, but I learned a lot from him and his team over at Still Beast. And that was exciting. So, and since then, we went back and did the full head class, and we made some more masks.
yeah, 'cause, I mean, you guys got a lot of masks, and I keep emphasizing just the wide variety and vastness of all the things that you carry, and now you're saying that you're going to add more to it. I don't know if this is exactly how retirement looked like for you guys, where I was just I want to retire, but I'm actually going to work more.
Right. Well, Lady says that all the time.
Well, actually, I work more now than I worked when I had a job.
Yeah.
Now, how does this year look for you guys? Are you guys still taking orders? Are you on schedule for getting stuff out in time?
I think we've got maybe 2 orders left from...
2 orders left from Transworld.
No, 1 order left from Transport.
I'm sorry. Okay.
1 order left from Fear Expo.
Right.
And then we've had some come in the last couple of weeks that we're trying to get through.
Right. One from MHC.
Yeah.
People are starting to hit that. We have a new website now. So we moved over from Shopify to Wix. So we got a whole new look on the website. Thanks to Blake. I'm sure you know Blake Phillips. He's doing that now in addition to his business. So he's done a really good job with that. And but yeah, I mean, we get a lot of orders in now through the website. That keeps us pretty busy. And but things are coming together. I know at the beginning, supply chain was just, it was so slow. I don't know if Tayen, you had that problem or not, but
Yeah, we've had it with a couple things.
and it's just wow. It's like you didn't really anticipate that, but it's all about learning and growing, and we had some really good customers that really understand how that process can go sometimes. So there's
And all the prices and stuff going up. It's been, I mean, it's been okay, but it's getting kind of tough.
sometimes,
Yeah.
but yeah.
You got a question there, Tayen?
I do. JD asked, what was the hardest mask you've ever made?
It's the hardest mask we ever made, honey. I'm gonna say
No.
no. That wasn't too bad. There's a lot of pieces to it. No, the Krampus is a doozy.
Yeah,
because that's a full head mask with the horns.
but you have to put the horns on it. So
Yeah.
it was made. We made it with just a mask and then sculpted the horns, and it was just that's a nightmare.
Yeah, trying to get everything to fit up just right.
Look, yes, that one right there.
Yes, I love it.
It looks
It's
good,
but
it
it's
takes
a lot of work.
it takes a lot of work.
Are those horns resin?
No,
The foam.
they're foam.
Foam?
They're latex and latex and foam.
Gotcha. All right. So I got to move on to the next segment here. Where can we find Drop Dead Design Studios on the interwebs?
Sure.
Where are they at?
So it's dropdeaddesignstudios.com. It's a website. We have Facebook. We have Instagram. And we have TikTok.
And you're still taking orders, correct?
Yes, we are still taking orders.
And still before haunt season, correct?
Yes.
There's going to be kind of a cutoff for that. I mean,
like the bigger things, like the lights.
something small,
Something small, not a problem. We can get that out to you pretty quick.
and plus it depends on where the location is,
Right.
where you have to send it to.
So because
Gotcha.
there's an off fabrication to the surgical lights. It probably takes you 6 hours to fabricate everything. And then
6-8 hours, and then we'll put it
finishing.
together and make sure everything's connected and make sure that,
and then you got to take it down apart, and then you got to ship it.
and plus if they want it rusted, I've got to rust it. So,
Yeah.
that takes time.
So,
It takes about a good week to maybe make one.
yeah. And that's all you're doing though. It's just that one. You sew everything else. So, yeah, those probably will come to a halt probably by the end of July, just to be on the safe side. And we'll pick it
Now-
back later.
Are you guys heading to Texas Honors Convention or anything like that this year?
No, we're not, but we do have 2 more shows this year. We have a smaller show in Richmond, Virginia with Oddities and Curiosities Expo. We've been doing that since 2018. We do the Charlotte show and the Richmond, Virginia show. And then this year we've added one more. I don't know what we're thinking, but we were adding one more. We're going to go to Hampton, Virginia and do a smaller show. It is Harvested. What is it? Sorry. Senior moment. Give me a second. Haunted Springs Expo.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, when you get old, it's rough. But yeah, we're doing Haunted Springs Expo, so that should be a good show.
We probably wouldn't go to Texas. But it's like 18 or 19 hours from here.
I feel that. We have to take a whole week to get there.
And
Yeah.
Illinois, we went to MHC, and that's like
14 hours.
14, 15 hours. So I mean, that's we drive that going up there in one day, but then we drive it
2 days coming back.
days coming back. So,
Yeah.
but no, we may do it later on, but not right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, everything is slower coming back,
it is.
Yes.
It really is.
especially if you're on bus 1. Everything's
Right.
slower
That's right.
coming
That's
back.
right.
All right, guys, thank you for coming on the show tonight. Thank you for being part of the Fear Expo family, and we can't wait to see you guys again.
Okay, we're looking forward to
That's
it.
it.
I also wanted to put out there that we are looking forward to being a sponsor at the next Fear Expo. So I'm very excited about that. I've already talked to Doug about it, so that's in the works.
And we are excited about it too.
That's
Looking
awesome.
forward to it.
Can't
you,
wait,
guys.
guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.
I love them.
They're very sweet.
I got to hang out with them a bunch at Fear Expo. They were on my bus for the bus tour, of course during the show and stuff like that. And yeah, they're just a lot of fun. They were a lot of fun. It was a good time. Yeah, that's yeah. Don't remind me. I'm having flashbacks. That stuff. That was part of the stuff that Andover crew brought, and it was so good. But it'll creep up on you. It was hurting me by like 2 p.m. I was like, oh, this is a